Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Illegal border crossings hit record highs. President Biden allocates nearly $90 million for hotel rooms to house migrants. New Jersey now the worst spot in the nation for COVID. 80% of adults say the pandemic has brought their families closer together. The U.S. marriage rate falls to record lows. Also ahead, be happy you don't live in Europe. But first, the number of migrants crossing the southwest border breaking new records with unauthorized entries double what they were 1 year ago. Roughly 80,000 people crossed into the USA from Mexico in the last 4 weeks alone. Arrests in the region up 97%, with a 434% increase at entry points near El Paso, Texas. The White House announcing $86 million in new funding to place illegal migrant families in hotels across Texas and Arizona. The program will house about 1,500 immigrants for the next 6 months as they are processed. Border Patrol agents now encounter 700 unaccompanied minors every day because the people smugglers know the Biden administration will let the kids stay. New Jersey is the worst place for new COVID infections. Despite 18% of residents there being fully vaccinated, COVID cases up 8% compared to 7 days ago. Governor Murphy pausing the state's reopening plans. New study says 8 in 10 adults believe the virus shutdown has brought their families closer together. 90% of parents report a closer bond with their children. The contagion has even resurrected the phone call. 2/3 of Americans now check in with elderly relatives at least once per day by phone. Folks getting married in the USA falling to historic lows. A recent study by the National Center for Health reports just 6 new unions for every 1,000 people, the least since the government started keeping records way back in 1867. Researchers blame the pandemic and financial troubles. In a moment, another example of American dominance. Be happy you don't live in Europe. Coming right back. This year marks 20 years since America's darkest day, September 11, 2001, and the Untitled Chapter Foundation has been supporting America's frontline heroes ever since. When a first responder or military service member doesn't come home and young children are left behind, Tunnel to Towers pays off the mortgage to lift the financial burden for the family and bring their families some stability. For catastrophically injured vets and first responders, Tunnel to Towers builds mortgage-free smart homes, enabling our most severely injured heroes to live more independent lives. Our nation's heroes, people who are willing to die for us, need your help. So please don't wait. Join Tunnel to Towers on their mission to do good and help those heroes. Please donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T2T.org. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. The far left despises people who believe that America is an exceptional nation. But facts are facts. On the pandemic. In Germany, Chancellor Angela Merkel has brought back the shutdown. No reopening by summer there because the COVID rages. In France, officials have shut down Paris for the next 4 weeks. Infections in France back at levels not seen since last November. In Italy, northern parts of that country are now totally shut down. Rome has declared some towns red zones, meaning residents can only travel for essential business. You have to stay inside. But here in the USA, we should be past COVID largely by May. because of mass vaccinations. Everyone understand that? The USA is defeating COVID. Europe is not. Why? Because American money and skill develop the vaccines. That's why. It's very simple. In addition, the Trump administration paid Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson billions of dollars to get the vax. If the companies failed, they wouldn't have gotten paid. That is called capitalism. In socialist Europe, they have to wait for the vaccine because no country has the skill or the money to develop the medicine. Great Britain did it, but it's not sharing. So the next time you hear just how great socialist Europe is, roll your eyes and think of COVID. Capitalism is the one system on the planet that motivates people to achievement because you get paid. In a socialist system, in Sweden, in Germany, in France, in Italy, the government tells you what you can and cannot do. The government funds the whole society, taking away initiative and incentive. Because if you develop something, if you make a lot of money, the government takes it from you. That is socialism. But here in America, President Trump basically said, whoever develops a vaccine will get billions of dollars in government contracts. So presto, 8 months later, there's the vaccine. Now, Europe is going to have to wait. England isn't really in a hurry to help the EU. America will help them because, again, capitalism will get money for doing it, but only after American citizens are vaxxed. So COVID on the wane here, on the rise in Europe. Capitalism, the reason. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve the message by writing it. For more honest news analysis, please go to BillO'Reilly.com. BillO'Reilly.com. In a moment, something you might not know. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 7 reasons to look at the Nria Real Estate Development Fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized. Bonuses to 21% targeted. They strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people want to move to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk. Their short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns right now. Nria is an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. So, if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, start your due diligence at nria.net. Or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Now, the O'Reilly update brings you something you might not know. Many linguists, those who study language, believe the word okay is the most commonly used word in the world. Okay? Because it's easy to understand. Everyone can say it, no matter what language they speak. Okay means fine, good, I am in agreement. Now, where did that word come from? It came from a guy named Martin Van Buren. Does that name ring a bell? Well, he was the 8th president. In 1839, the word okay came into being. Mr. Van Buren was president, and people paid attention to him. Now, very few people know who Martin Van Buren was. He was born December 5th, 1782 in Kinderhook, New York. Keep in mind the word Kinderhook. He was the first president born in America. All right, the others were born under British rule. He was the first one born under the United States. Now, Van Buren was a politician who relished power. Old Marty was a shrewd hombre. He attached himself to Andrew Jackson, the president before him, and he was Jackson's vice president in Jackson's second term. Van Buren followed Jackson around, and everything that Jackson said, Van Buren would say, "You're right, General. That's great, General. What a brilliant guy you are, General." So, when Van Buren became president, his first nickname was Old Kinderhook because he was born in Kinderhook. What are the initials of Old Kinderhook? OK. And because Van Buren was so obsequious that when you agreed with someone, the slang became OK. And now the word OK, as I mentioned, the most commonly used word in the world. Back after this. How bad is your back, knee, or neck pain? Mine was pretty bad. I played 4 sports when I was younger, and it's catching up with me now. I tried a lot of stuff to manage the pain. Ointments, pain relievers, fish oil, nothing worked. So a doctor friend of mine recommended Omega XL, and here's why. The underlying cause of painful, achy joints and muscles is inflammation. The key to knock down inflammation before it causes damage is backed by 35 years of research, and that's what Omega XL does. The doctor also says, quote, "I can't write any prescription that comes close to what Omega XL accomplishes." She was right. So if you're suffering with painful, achy joints and muscles, stop wasting money and switch to Omega XL. Order Omega XL now and get a second bottle free. Visit omegaxl.com/bill, omegaxl.com/bill, or you can call 800-844-4888, 800-844-4888. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.